everybody! Welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. It's starting, I swear. There we go. We've been on a fairly impressive run of form lately. I think we're due for a Kane run. Keep in mind that the streak actually should be a little bit larger than it is right now. The loss that came in the middle was a loss on the NLSS. It wasn't even part of the YouTube stuff, and I was rushing as Azazel. I know, excuses, but technically that should have been like on a different save file. Anyway, NL46, well, not quite, EFQ0. Alright. I'm limbered up, feeling well lubricated, and full of all sorts of gross double entendres, so I am ready to go here. Dead Sea Scrolls, it's pretty terrible. Anything that's variable worries me a little bit, like variable with a chance for it to be bad. Pandora's Box is variable, but it never hurts you, you know, unless, you know, sometimes you can feel some mental anguish if you use it improperly, but that's about it. Dead Sea Scrolls itself can actually cause you a little bit of pain. But it can also bring you pleasure. That's probably the most heavy-handed Judas Priest reference we've ever done. So I would prefer to use Dead Sea Scrolls only after I've figured out if there's any HP for us to gleam on this floor. Right now, I don't have any gleamed HP. You know, there's no HP sitting on the ground. I am wasting like all of my time here by not firing shots productively. But that guy's gonna be dead soon. You know, if you don't think about it on a cosmic sense, we're all gonna be dead soon, but we'll deal with that later, you know. Let's see what we got going on in here first. Duke of Flies, well, I'll tell you what, I'll get close to him. And it ended up being Tammy's head and did basically nothing. I'm always saying, hey, Duke of Flies would be so much easier if we had a bomb. But I think I'm gonna try to save my bomb just in case we come across a tinted rock. It's, you know, man, you know, if I had, a college education, I'd get a good job. And then you get a college education, maybe you don't get a good job, or maybe you become the fucking president, alright? You know, it was a heavy-handed metaphor that didn't really make much sense. I'm not gonna rail against the education system or anything like that. Life is, to a certain extent, what you make of it. You know, it's not the size of the fight and the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight and the dog. Because we are still, bereft of Spirit Heart, I'm thankful for the HP, by the way, but because we're bereft of Spirit Heart, I think it is wise for us to explore a little bit more, and we want to do so that we can have a chance to get a tinted rock. And luckily for us, despite only having one room with combat remaining, it's actually exactly how that shit went down. I was gonna say, let's try not to die in the process. If I'd gotten hit by one of those bullets, that could have been another full heart. It could have been another half heart as well. What I'm getting at is I actually just don't know how much damage a champion's bullet does. Well, we're not gonna find the secret room here because the rock is blocking it. Unfortunately, we won't be able to spawn an arcade on the next floor either, unless maybe we get super lucky and these fires contain, one of them contain a nickel, or two of them contain single pennies, or two of them contain nickels. That's also fine by me. I think that's pretty much it for us on this floor, and honestly, it went pretty well. Dead Sea Scrolls still scares the shit out of me, but as long as we can avoid, using it except in situations where we know we're safe-ish, we should be okay. Like, Dead Sea Scrolls is at least within our control. For now, though, I'm not going to use it, or I'm going to try not to use it until we know that we're not going to fudge up our deal with the devils. Because sure, you know, maybe it'll give us Kamikaze, but we have a Spirit Heart, but what if I get hit once after that? Like, that's within the realm of possibility. I'm just going to try to insulate us from risk. It could just as easily give us Book of Revelations. Like, I think the odds are literally better that we get a Spirit Heart out of it than blowing ourselves up, because I think Satanic Bible might factor into it as well. However, I think it's just not worth the risk. Like, sure, if I tell you to pick a number between 1 and 3, you're more likely for it to be 2 and 3 than, oh, come on, than 1, but why risk it, right? You only need to be wrong once. It's not about consistency, it's about variableness. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I don't really want to spend 2 keys to get into that room unless I have enough keys to get into our item room. We can sacrifice the shop on this floor. That's not that big of a deal. Book of Secrets is better for us. And actually, this is an item that I've come to like a little bit more. I think I kind of opened my eyes to it during the like mini Balls of Steel race Nick and I did back in like July or June. Then I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. It's not good, but if you have no other spacebar item and you're interested in finding out where the exit is at the very least, then you could do worse. I mean, literally, that's what it does. It is the item that you could do worse with, but Hopefully, we get one more key. Oh, golden key. So we will check out our double key room here just to see what's inside. A 5 room on a 2nd floor is pretty good. Instead, it's a 4 room. We should use this, but we should wait and see if we hate what our boss gives us first. The deal with the devil is less important unless we get goat head on it or something. Because we can't guarantee that we have a chance to go back to it, but a 4 room, when we have an active item that we don't want sitting on a pedestal, is actually pretty darn useful. So I am happy for our opportunity here. A 4 room might even be better than a 5 room right now. I'm just happy that it's not a 1 or a 6 so that we have the opportunity to get a little bit of a foothold or a foundation for where we're actually at on this run. I love the 1 run, I love the 6 runs, I should say, but I prefer situations where, like, we can at least get a foothold for what we've got going on first. Right now, we're just like an embryo here. We gotta get, you know, influenced in one way or the other into the, you know, creature we're gonna develop into. I do want that. That's not gonna get re-rolled. And, I will take both of these. Yeah, I'll take both of them. Headless Baby's okay. Mostly I took it because I had the HP to do so while still having some HP left over. And then Guppy's Head is going to be better for us than Book of Secrets, I think. So this should re-roll Book of Secrets, but we might not have a chance to get back to it. It'll also re-roll Dead Sea Scrolls. Hopefully. Yeah, that became something much more useful. Distant Admiration is fine. And I would love a chance to get back into our deal with the devil here, but I doubt we will. Okay, that's fine. We're a little bit ahead of schedule, so just want to see if maybe we can pick up something. Extra money, extra anything, a bomb. Nope. All right, let's get out of here. Very happy with the way this is going right now. Our damage is going to be solid. HP is fine because of our extra, you know, Spirit Hearts and our Demon Heart as well. And being able to use Guppy's Head once per room, pretty valuable. And our Attack Fly, pretty valuable as well. There are, you know, better deals with the devil that you can get. I'm not going to dispute that, but we got a nice, what I like about this is that we have a few things going on that separate our damage from the damage we do, if that makes sense. Like, our tier damage is no longer the be-all, end-all, because we have creep, and we have an attack fly, and we have flies. So even if we suck at shooting for some reason, we can still deal some damage in case we pick up Eve's Mascara or something along those lines. Just a thought. I like having, you know, diverse damage sources whenever possible. Anarchist Cookbook is trash, but we've taken quite a few books out of the rotation now. I did not mean to use this, by the way. And we will leave. So far, so good. Obviously, the other big thing is that we got a Guppy item, but I'm happy with this run. It's not out of control. It's just very nice right now. It's just a nice run. Does well in school, you know. Doesn't talk back, but has principles. It's just nice, you know. Knows how to make scrambled eggs. And isn't afraid to share the recipe. Now, I'm going to avoid... please. Oh, that was very dangerous. I'm going to avoid picking up that battery just in case we get a better book that we might like to use this with. Or another active item, but usually it's books. Is that a tinted rock? I don't think that's a tinted rock in the corner. This would be a very nice opportunity to get some Spirit Hearts. 2 of them. Okay, so it's paid for itself. And a pill. Health up. Explosive diarrhea. That's totally fine by me. Yeah, we just pretty much got paid on that one. That one is fantastic. 1 extra HP container and 2 extra Spirit Hearts. Now, that could be a health down pill, but either way, we've gleaned the information, so it can't really come back to bite us in the ass. We will open this up. Getting pretty close to being able to get something from our shop. That'll help out a little bit. And our item room contains Blue Baby's only friend. Again, we're talking about, like, diverse damage sources here. This one is going to be fantastic for us. And pretty much this carries us, for the time being at least. Until we get Brimstone or Mom's Knife or Death's Touch, which inevitably is right around the corner here. We should be pretty much completely set here. Okay. Now we can start relaxing a little bit because there is no concern whatsoever. Now that we have Counterfeit Penny as well, I will crack open all these poops because might as well, you know, a chance to gain 2 pennies is better than a chance to gain 1 penny, right? And that one worked out very well for us already. The real awesome thing about Blue Baby's only friend in hard mode here is that, you know, you have these champions that take forever to kill. With Blue Baby's only friend, you kill them faster, and considering like the bonus effects that the champions have, killing them as fast as possible is even more important than killing regular enemies as fast as possible, which is also really important. Oh, this is just perfect. I kind of want to use explosive diarrhea, but I also kind of just want to not use explosive diarrhea, because I'm worried I'd hit myself. I'll take it. Cost us 1 HP. Pretty much hate that. Rate of fire seems about the same. Size of my tier looks a little lower, which usually indicates lower damage. I don't know. I'll tell you what. I am going to blow this up. We've been in good equilibrium with our donation machine. Hope this takes me to 20 cents. 21. Perfect. I want to buy this because we have... we know we have a health up pill, but that's 2 explosive diarrheas, 1 tears down, 1 lemon party. 3 explosive diarrhea pills. Are you kidding me? What a colossal disappointment. Can't even get that one. Might as well take this now. I'm guessing that is our secret room just above us. So I'd like to pop like a explosive diarrhea here. And then we'll get out, and then we'll come back in, and they shouldn't impact each other anymore. So at least we got something out of that one. They give us 3 real bombs. So the purchase is not starting to look, you know, so terribly anymore. But this floor has largely been kind of a disappointment. Although Blue Baby's only friend is actually a huge pickup. So just when I think I have, you know, grounds to complain for once, I realize, hey, not really. We are going to be a little bit behind schedule for Boss Rush, which is, I think, fairly normal considering the type of run that we've got going on here. And this room does not look to provide us with too much benefit, but that's okay. I'm feeling, I know I said this in a recent episode, it was probably a couple days ago, but I'm feeling in the groove again, you know? During the streak, the mythical, you know, forever streak, I should get the explosive diarrhea pill. There were close runs. There were extremely close calls, and especially towards the end, they got more and more frequent, I think, as I got inside of my own head. But for large stretches of that streak, I was basically like, I would just sit down on my computer and be like, I am going to win 10 runs today, and then just do it. Burnt penny might not be as necessary, but, you know, I like it a little bit more than counterfeit penny. Money's usually easier to come by than bombs, I guess. Best of both worlds with this. But yeah, it wasn't like cockiness, it was just assuredness, which I'm sure is what every cocky person says when they're being accused of being cocky. But, really, I was just like, you know, I have utmost confidence in my abilities here that I'm gonna win. Not, no matter what happens, I'm gonna win. Rather, or not, sorry, cockiness or arrogance would be, I can't lose. Moreover, it was just like, in every situation that I'm in, I know I have a chance to win. And I think for a while, recently, I was guilty of kind of falling out of that. I was like, oh, you know, we gotta get the right things or we're gonna lose. Now, I'm feeling in the groove again, you know? I'm feeling like we got good morale. My brain's in a good place. Hopefully. And we'll give it our all here. But of course, the last time I said that on a run, I ended up losing. So, maybe that's not necessarily the best good luck charm or like headspace to be in heading into this run here. I have taken a lot of damage to start this floor, but most of it was, you know, guaranteed. Like, or of my own design, shall we say. Just explode, please. A little scared. There we go. Basically, I couldn't avoid it if I wanted to go into the room. We do want Hive Mind. So I will go a little hard on this, and... Ooh, secret room might save our donation machine a little bit of punishment here if we get lucky. Not too much, but a little bit. Hey, that could be helpful. Nope, just spiders. Just to be on the safe side, I'll probably buy the Spirit Heart as well. And hopefully it'll give me that in one of these. Oh my god, we're Lord of the Flies already. That is, I mean, I guess it shouldn't be unexpected, but I just didn't keep track of my fly items the same way, you know, one normally keeps track of guppy items. There, donation machine, I saved you there. So we just got the ability to fly. That's a bit of a surprise. And the wafer, that's a huge pickup. Considering we have Lord of the Flies Hive Mind, you know, our damage is going to be in a darn good spot. I still wish that Lord of the Flies affected, not Lord of the Flies, sorry. I wish that Hive Mind affected BBF. By BBF, I mean Blue Baby's only friend. Or, I guess, or it affected attack flies. But those are affected by BBF. Sorry, BFF instead. I get those confused sometimes. So it's still great, but I do wish that maybe our fly items that counted as fly items for the purposes of unlocking Lord of the Flies also counted as fly items for the purposes of Hive Mind. But oh well. Inconsistency, whatever. doesn't matter that much. And I'm not saying we're going to go to boss rush, but I'm thinking we're getting into a position where there might be a pretty decent chance now. Too bad that's not Guppy, but that's okay. We're killing enemies in record time. And the bombs, I'm really glad I chose to go through with Burnt Penny. I think it's ending up being a great decision for us. All these bombs are helping out a lot. Pretty Fly? Sure, man. I can't tell if Pretty Fly is larger because of Hive Mind, but sort of feels like it. And sometimes that'll be a second secret room. Admittedly, a little bit of a long shot, but that's okay. Alright, if we're gonna get some other somewhat unusual synergies here, why not give us like Mr. Mega so we have a lot of bombs that also deal a lot of damage? That would be totally fine by me. Very slowly creeping up there in terms of our resources available. And still a little slow for boss rush, but that's okay. Dark One is gonna get destroyed here. Anytime we can keep an enemy like standing in the same place and then use Blue Baby's only friend and Attack Fly on it at the same time, it stands no chance. Finally, a deal with the devil, where we fight Krampus. The dream is real. The dream of us getting Lump of Coal is real, and it's Krampus's head. Fantastic. I would like to look for a second secret room. Fairly likely to be there. Okay. Well, good questions then. Magic Mush? Well, we got a pill. We'll check it. It's not there? Man, there's like 30 possible locations for our second secret room here. Okay, what's this one? Tears Down. Not interested, but we might get PhD on the next floor. Full health? Nah. Alright. Well, I mean, I literally think it cannot be there. So let's just head down. I'm disappointed, but that's okay. HP is still looking good. Curse of the Blind. Of course, it wouldn't be hard mode if we didn't have a curse on this floor. What I'm mostly excited about is we have so many bombs. We should be able to get a lot of skulls cracked. And it's like the least threatening way to say cracking skulls, I think. Cracking skulls doesn't imply, you know, mindless violence in this case. Rather, you know, it's just financial prudence. Dear financial prudence, don't you hate inflation? That's like the worst Dear Prudence parody I could have possibly constructed. But definitely in keeping with the spirit of the original, for sure. The rates are up, and so's your mood. The APR is awesome, dude. Financial prudence. Won't you let me invest your cash? Alright, well, I think I redeemed it ever so slightly by the end, at least. I mean, it's no whoa CIBC. That shit still gets stuck in my head, man. They got rates that seem to me the best ROI on GICs, and every day I'm greeted with a smile, smile, smile. Now and then when I see their rates, I realize this bank's really great, and if I bank here long, I'll be financially styled. Doesn't really make any sense. Financially wild, fuck yeah. Whoa, CIBC. It sort of works. Probably should have stopped that earlier. Sharp plug Guppy's head. What a, like a trash factory next to a fucking septic plant manufacturing facility. Okay, we got a temperance card. What am I gonna do with this temperance card? Let's get a better card. That's possibly better. That's probably better. Alright. Please, a deal with the devil that actually provides us with some devils or some deals. Krampus is not a devil, as far as I know. Perhaps a demon, at best. You will never get this. He got this, a little. Cat of Nine Tails. I'm happy to have it, but still, like, a little disappointed, I guess. I'm just gonna use this to find the secret room, and we'll pop the temperance card down next to where we explode the secret room. I've already given up hope of getting to boss rush on this run, so... Oh, there's a tinted rock back there. Why didn't you say something? Might as well just blow them all up at the same time. Dry Baby? Small rock! Why did I think that was Dry Baby? Oh, because I blew up the skull. Right. That's fine. No, it's better than fine. Small rock is a great damage upgrade and associated with our Cat of Nine Tails, even better, I think. Another Tears Down. One day, man. Oh! Magic Mush. Huge! This floor is becoming very, very nice for damage increases. Oh my lord, Ouija board. Well, that was not really worth it, but it made for a great slogan. Oh my lord, Ouija board. It's like a 1950s style radio jingle. Anyway, I should probably stop with the sing-songiness here. But I'm telling you, man, CIBC is going to catch on. That's going to be the song that is going to be Justin Trudeau's election walkout song. Because apparently Canadian politics is like wrestling in my mind. But I'm not going to get into that, man. You think Canadians are all so polite, but when it comes to our politics, it gets real nasty, man. We get into some mudslinging. That's our dirty secret. Is we're only what a waste of a key. We're only we only put up a nice veneer, but if you watch some footage from the House of Commons, oh, you're in for a treat. Oh my lord. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get some keys back. It didn't work quite the way I wanted it to, but we got a lot of bombs back for a bomb, so it's okay. I thought maybe there was blank card in here. Tell you what, 3 cents. Let's buy that. I don't care if there's an arcade on the next floor. Obviously, we're going Yera Rune. There you go. You happy? You know why I'm doing this? Because we picked up Ouija board. Because we picked up Ouija board, I can do this and feel pretty good about it, and we'll get some money, and we might get an arcade on the next floor, and we'll get some bombs out of it. Make it easy for people to run a statistical analysis on what our likelihood of getting a penny from a poop and a bomb from a penny with the poop is. Nothing on that row. Nothing on that row. That's a little disappointing. That's okay. Cool. You know what? Again, we're late for boss rush, so let's just take our time now. Might as well find our second secret room. I'll play this until we get down to 10 cents. I just want to see if we can get something useful. Plenty of cards. It's like literally paid out every single time. Well, okay, Hanged Man is worthless. I'm gonna play till we get down to 5 cents because this machine's hot right now. That's how they get you. Well, we obviously want to take the Yera rune. Chaos card is cool and all, but we definitely want to use Yera. Yeah, so we'll just leave. That's kind of unfortunate because, you know, if we hadn't done that, you wouldn't even know the Chaos card is there. But now that you've seen it, everyone, myself included, is going to be like, oh, don't abandon the Chaos card. But the Yera rune has much cooler synergies and interactions, not just for strategy, but for, you know, entertainment value as well. It's better in, like, pretty much every respect. Except, the only respect it's not better is the respect of dealing direct damage. Which, of course, the Chaos card is the best in the game at. I don't think anything even comes close. Great stuff. Okay, so we're still, you know, 4 hits to kill these hearts indicates that we're not at an unbelievable amount of damage. But it's certainly, it's respectable. And we got another deal with the devil hopefully coming on this floor that'll give us a little bit of an advantage in that department. But it is hard to imagine this run ending in a loss right now when we're in such a good position. And especially if we get something like BBF on our shop, it is just pretty much set in stone that we're in a great position. Not second, not regular secret room. Kind of a big surprise. To me, anyway. Cool. You know what I like about Blue Baby's Only Friend? I keep getting older and it stays the same age. No, this is not the appropriate time for that classic Matthew McConaughey quote. It's not really a Matthew McConaughey quote. That's a little slanderous, but you know what I'm talking about. Well, rather than donate, I will do the opposite of donating. I was trying to think of like an elegant word for it. But stealing? Stealing might be the word. But we got Champion Belt, which is going to help out our damage as well. That's like saying, you know what my favorite Ed Norton quote is? And then just inserting something like terribly racist from American History X. Ed Norton said that, but he didn't say it, you know? It's not an honest thought, at least. Alright, 20 bombs. Lover's card. Perfect room for a D20. I'll take lard. Could use some fodder for a deal with the devil. And honestly, I was gonna say honestly, let's just go, you know, indulge myself and my full laziness. I think I will take Ace of Spades. But instead, let's explore. Because you never know what we might find here. You know, a blank card somehow, something along those lines would be awesome. With Ace of Spades, I don't know, we might find some sweet runes that maybe we're going to be big fans of temporarily. Obviously, Yera is pretty much what we're going to stick with long term. We did find a curse room. And the curse room is going to give us Cricket's Head. It gave us 2 bombs and a key. It didn't play my game, unfortunately. Alright. Gonna go hard on this guy. I know that he's taking Spirit Hearts now. I'm willing to risk it a little. Just a little. I believe that he will pay out soon. Health down! Health down. That was very unexpected. We want the Spirit Heart back. Our secret room is very likely to just contain money. Because it's a golden poop. No, that's not fair. It doesn't just contain money. There's also a healthy smattering of spiders as well. I'm going to blow up our blood bank. Thanks for the red hearts. I'm going to play our judgment with the money. We can always blow him up later. I want him to drop red hearts so we don't have to give more spirit hearts to this demon judgment just to get, you know, poison touch. Thank you. Nothing? That's alright. 2 more. Pill. Explosive diarrhea. Well, saves us some bombs. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Portable slot. Worth it, I think. We also get this. I don't want portable slot. I understand the value. And again, I do want the health down pill, but we've got to take Yera Rune. It's kind of an unfortunate situation depending on your perspective, but I'm happy with it. Not really that interested in that. Cool. Let's move along here. Oh, never mind. We're not done yet. My mistake. All right. After this room, let's move along then. Mom fight should be relatively easy. Some pennies back there we missed. I'm not gonna sweat it, I suppose, because I'm already gone. And yeah, let's not take damage against Mom if we can help it. Put this in the center, and that worked very well. Most of that damage was our the fly army we'd built up, but still, how am I gonna complain? Almost done, almost done, almost done. Done. We did get a deal with the devil. We'll take Polaroid. Guppy Dreams. Pentagram. No contest. We gotta take it. And down to the next floor. Again, almost impossible to imagine us losing this run, but we're not quite winning yet, and our Guppy Dream is probably not going to come to fruition, because we just had a deal with the devil, so the penalty is going to be at its highest on the womb, and this is also one of our last good chances, obviously. I mean, this isn't your first Isaac video. For many of you, it probably is not your first Isaac video. For some of you, it might be your first Isaac video. In that case, you know, I shouldn't even I'm not making light of this. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I'm happy that Isaac is still drawing in such a, you know, huge community of people, even so long after the game's original release, and now we're getting, like, long after Rebirth's release as well. I have people that tweet me and they say, like, hey, you know, I'm a new Isaac player. I wish you kind of went more in depth about what the items did in your videos. I'm not going to do that just because I know that there's a lot of people who played the game that are, you know, diehards about it that watch these episodes as well. And I think that would get a little frustrating to be like, oh, you know, well, I picked up, you know, Hive Mind, this doubles the damage of our fly. I guess I sort of do that anyway, but stick with it. You know, there's not that much to remember, you know, all things considered. I've been getting a little bit more into Magic the Gathering lately, and there are, you know, 45,000 cards, something that might be a slight exaggeration. There's a lot of cards to get to the point where you can just reference them and be like, you know, oh, yeah, Blood-Starved Ghoul. This is what you play if you got Blood-Starved Ghoul, is incredible to me. But with patience and practice and repetition, you know, you get there. You get to that point where you have a reasonable amount of familiarity. That's Isaac, except there's only like 200 items. You'll get there. If you just keep watching long enough. Which sounds like I'm being a salesman for myself. Which I get, oh my god. The Guppy Dream. Sounds like I'm being a salesman for myself, but yeah, there's other content creators you can watch if you enjoy them as well. But I will be here also making Isaac content if you're interested. Oh, I should have used that a little. Oh, I used Sharp Plug there by accident. But we have the Wafer. Wafer, Sharp Plug, Guppy's Head. I guess we could go really hard and make as many flies as we wanted. Which we might do for, like, the Blue Baby boss fight. Sharp Plug, of course, allows you to sacrifice your own HP to get a full health charge, and then, or a full spacebar item charge. And then when you have the Wafer, it lowers the cost from 2 hearts to half of a heart, which is actually one of the best synergies in the game for breaking the game. So keep that in mind. If like a D20 shows up, I've got a really good chance at breaking the game. 40 keys is also fantastic. I almost feel like, no, that's not a good idea. I was like, on the chest, we should open 3 chests to see if we get blank card, and then use Yera. Because if we get the blank card, we can still, you know, double 2 or 3 chests, and then it'll only slow us down. But if we don't get the blank card, then we only get the Yera 1 chest, which is a terrible deal. Anyway, down to the next floor. What if you're new to the Isaac community, you know, it's all practice and repetition. You know, I've never read, it shows a little bit, but I've never read like Isaac theory or anything like that in my life. You don't have to feel pressure to do that if you don't want to. Just sit back, watch the episodes, and let the information waft over you. If you're interested in something, you know, pursue that motivation and that passion. Look it up, you know. What would happen if I picked up Magic Mush followed by Cricket's Head? Well, Cricket's Head as a multiplier will replace Magic Mush. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's just, you know, follow your own enjoyment there. Now it's just become my philosophy on learning. Here's my real philosophy on learning. Learning is like, oh my god, I did it again. Learning is like, learning any skill is like learning how to play a Paradox grand strategy game. You look at a skill or a, you know, knowledge you want to have, and you say, I want that. The initial process of gaining that knowledge is painful. You don't know what you're doing. Oh man. And you find yourself asking a lot of questions and being confused and being like, oh, you know, I'm frustrated because this is annoying. But eventually, you get enough of a foothold to have fun learning. I've experienced this with programming. It's like I've learned enough with programming that I can, you know, make fun programs and, like, you know, solve problems that I find online. This is unfortunate. We'll stick with Yera. You know, solve problem sets that I find on, like, Project Euler or, you know, Coding Bat, Code Wars, stuff like that. And then you start to, like, pull on that thread. You know, you got a firm grip on the fire hose. Now you just gotta let it spray, baby. Isaac is like that, except the rope isn't even that slippery. Might take you a little while, but once you get a hold of it, it gets a hold of you, if you know what I mean. When you bite the fry bites back, my man. So I really think that so much of learning is just being motivated to get through that initial period. You know, don't worry so much about, you know, what am I trying to say here? Like, don't worry so much about, like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, learn how to make a video game in 10 days. That's pretty ridiculous. Could work out, but, you know, I find that stuff a little bit dishonest sometimes. Instead, just, you know, make a promise to your future self if you want to learn something you've always been wanting to do. Say, I'm gonna get through this uncomfortable period, and then when I, you know, get on the other side, it's gonna be fun. And if I'm not having fun with it, and I decide that I don't actually want to learn it after, like, you know, 2 or 3 weeks, then sure. Then I can just move on to something else. But I think you gotta give it a chance. Too many people, well, this is like preachy as hell now. Too many people, I think, are like, I want to do this. And then they try it once, and they're like, well, it turns out incredibly complex, you know, hobby isn't for me. And you're like, how do you know that? Well, you know, I tried it for 10 minutes once. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think it's a self-limiting mindset, man. It's like if you went to, like, you're like, I want to be a doctor, and then you went to med school, and, you know, you had a biochemistry class, and you were like, well, I don't think medicine's for me. And you're like, well, you know, you gotta work through it to really see if it's for you. You can get a taste, but you don't get enough of the whole thing to get an accurate picture, I think. Oh, this is the perfect time to get the goat head. I'm really excited about this. This has been the preachiest episode of Isaac in a long time, though. As soon as I put on my, you know, well, let me talk to the people voice, that's how you know that we're about to get into, you know, very self-inflated territory. Oh well. It is what it is. You know, I come by it honestly. I am as I was made. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, really. Alright, Isaac is deceased. This run ended up being quite powerful. Mostly, it's that hive mind guppy action we got going on. And let's not forget to use our Yera rune right away. Any run where you got Yera rune all the way down to the chest is an exciting one, I think. We pop it. And poop, crystal ball. Anemic. Proptosis, amazing. Proptosis makes it so these other ones don't even have to be good. If they are good, even better. But Daddy Longlegs is great. Little Brimstone's great. Crystal Ball for mapping is fine. And Proptosis is amazing for us. So that's fine. Might as well take Bomb Bag. And with Crystal Ball, we know where we're going. I can't see it on the map. Oh, it's up there, in the, like, right next to the timer. So we go left and then up, and it is a long journey here. I feel like our luck stat is relatively high. And our flies are going to be doing so much damage here. If you're wondering why I'm not picking up red hearts, that is one of those, like, you know, do as I say, not as I do moments. You should probably watch somebody else if you're trying to get good habits. I have a lot of bad Isaac habits that I've learned to play around, even though sometimes they burn me. Most of the time it doesn't end up having like a meaningful effect on the run. But this is suboptimal, you know. I'm rough around the edges. I'm like the Karate Kid minus the Miyagi. I don't have the discipline. I do want to check out our secret room, see if we got like missing no or something. I'll just go around because I don't like to look for it in big rooms without having a door as a frame of reference. We're almost to the boss. That would be awesome if that were a Joker card. There's as good a chance of it being Joker as anything else. Okay, well, obviously didn't quite work out the way I wanted, but 2 of diamonds. 68 cents. I'll live with it. Easier to get from 68 to 69 than it is to get from 70 to 69. We have an Emperor card. Like, I could use it, but why bother right now? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fight and kill Blue Baby, and then we're going to use the Emperor card, and we're going to fight and kill Blue Baby. Because it's stupid and ridiculous. Alright. We'll be back with our Judas run. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya. Learn a skill.